right, this much we know: help is on the way. So for veterans who've been waiting for months, sometimes years, for care, maybe signs, at least out of the Senate, the care is coming, even though this VA was not exactly a priority for them. A measure in the Senate, a measure in the House, even if both are reconciled, it's going to take time. Then you have to go to the president. He signs it. Then brings eternal help for veterans who need it. To Republican Congressman Ron DeSantis, he voted for a House VA reform bill yesterday. By the way, it was passed unanimously on the part of both parties. Where do we stand on this, Congressman, and why can't we implement things even faster? I mean, my hat's off to you guys for moving as quickly as you did. You have the separate Senate action, you have reconciliation, you have to get to the president. Meanwhile, these guys are still hurting. Why can't we get stuff going via vouchers or something like now?
Well, in terms of where we are, today I asked FBI Director Comey if he started an investigation against the VA misconduct. He actually confirmed that the FBI is investigating. I actually think that's important because what we've seen is there's absolutely no accountability in the VA. You had these folks committing essentially criminal fraud by making fake waiting lists in order to enrich themselves with bonus money. And so that's very important.
Well, wait a minute.
To know that
by his looking into it and confirming the FBI is looking into it, does that mean that indictments could be coming?
It doesn't necessarily mean that they will be, but you know, he's a stand-up guy.
The FBI looks into criminal activity. That's what.
No, exactly. No, it's a criminal investigation. You could potentially see prosecutions. I think that's important beyond reforms. Now, in terms of reforms, why can't it be done quicker? I think it's because Harry Reid has not just saw fit to do the easy thing, the obvious thing. It passed our accountability bill, which would allow VA people to be treated like any other employee anywhere else in the country and be removed if they're not performing. And then the bill we passed yesterday allows veterans to go to get private care if they can't get through the VA morass. And those are just two very common sense pieces of legislation that probably have the support of 80 to 90% of the American people.
But it's that union component in the federal, employee union that is very, very much concerned about the ability for a boss, certainly at the VA, to fire without a long, drawn-out administrative process. That is not going down easily, and they want all sorts of exceptions and provisos for that. Can you assure me, or do you have a sense that whatever evolves out of this, and I don't know why it's taking as long as it is, will include the right to fire idiots and the right to provide vouchers for those not getting care so they can get the care right now?
I don't know what Harry's going to do in the Senate, but I can tell you in the House, we want those two provisions, and I think we'll insist on those two provisions. In terms of, I know the unions, but the VA accountability bill that does give the firing authority, that got 380 votes in the House. And so when Democrats were made to go on record, they had to side with the American people.
It was very encouraging in the House, a little dicey in the Senate, but sir,